Hi, this is Debbie from Organic Oasis in California. Recently I did a video about the heat wave and my worms in California. And I use the Worm Factory 360, and I have 4 levels, 4 bins that I'm rotating at this point. And I wanted to let you know that my worms survived, which is awesome. But did you know that the red wiggler worms, which is what I use to compost, they survive and like to live in 55 to 80 degree temperature. Well, in California, where I live, in the East Bay area near San Francisco, we've had several days over 100 degrees and at least a month between 90 and 100 degrees. My worms were not doing well. My worm bin was doing horrible, and it was infested with pill bugs and the soldier fly larvae. And I was really concerned. I have always used ice blocks and ice on hot days, but even though I had been doing that, it did not help. My worm bin was suffering. So what I did was, number one, I stopped feeding my worms. That we know that by feeding the worms, by putting food in your bin, the microorganisms eat the food and decay it and generate heat. So I thought if I continued to feed them, it would continue to heat up the bin. And on these 100-degree days, that's the last thing I needed to do. So I stopped feeding them. The second thing I did was I took one of the levels of the bins, emptied it out. I used the compost. But then I left it empty. I just put shredded cardboard in, kept it moist, and left it for airflow. I figured if I got more airflow in there, it would help keep the bin cool. Well, guess what? It worked. I'm going to show you today my worm bin. The worms survived. I have lots of worms. I'm super excited. I've had these same worms for about 4 years now. And I believe it's because I emptied a bin and left airflow, and I also stopped feeding the worms. Today, I'm going to show you how the bins look, but I'd like you to comment on your experience. If you live in a place where you get over 100-degree days consecutively for months, please let us know in our community what you do to battle this problem. I don't want to stop worm composting. We have compost going in our yard, and we have the worm bin, and I enjoy it. It's great. It's magic for the garden, magic for the plants. And I owe most of my gardening success to the worm bin. I don't want to let it go, but man, with this heat, it's crazy. So let us know if you have any tips on this. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more videos, please subscribe and keep watching. I'm posting lots of videos on vegetable gardening, growing your own organic vegetables, and health, and how they contain vitamins and help us to stay healthy. And also worm composting and composting in general, and how it benefits our gardens. Thank you. Here is a bin where I'm harvesting the compost. I have some clean compost here where I've removed most of the worms. And I've been going through this bin here trying to, as I harvest it, trying to pull out the worms. I want to save as many worms as I can. As you can see, there's still quite a few in here, but as you can see, they're alive and kicking. Now, let me show you down here, my next bin. Look at all those worms. As you can see, these worms made it through the 100-degree temperature. I'm so excited about this. So, if you experience heat waves, try my method. Ice blocks, removing bins and for air circulation, and stop feeding. Good luck.